When I released a video some time ago talking about ohanaeze and ndigbo and their stupidity, calling them a compendium of idiots, where I told a lot of you about what ohanaeze and ndigbo is all about, that they are never there to represent your interests directly or indirectly. A lot of you thought I was joking. In fact, the visit of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on January 4th this year, has vindicated me. In fact, has really proven me 1000% right, if you can put it that way. You all watched the video of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's visit to Enugu State, specifically, where we read that the president was there to commission some projects claimed to have been executed by the so-called Peter Mba. And I kept mute. I was watching everything that transpired there during the president's visit. I wanted to see whether actually we have leaders who are there to represent our interests. I kept quiet watching to see what a compendium of those governors, could do. I kept quiet looking at what they would say, hoping to hear them making a very strong statement, in the dimension of the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Rather, what I heard them saying, were things that I felt like crying. Where I sat down watching these people, in fact, I was lost in thought, like an orphan thinking of long gone parents. Ndigbo, I want all of you to use your tongue to count your teeth. We are on our own in that zone you call Nigeria. In fact, I've said it very clearly that I and Abiolo, we are coming home. By the grace of God, ohanaeze and ndigbo are making this promise to all of you, 100%. Because as our elders will say, that elders would not be at home and a goat would deliver in a theater. We do not see the significance of such elders who call ohanaeze and ndigbo. I've said it before, that ohanaeze and ndigbo is nothing but a compendium of idiots and stupid human beings who are out there to do nothing but to sell you all. They are Judas. Tinubu's visit has vindicated me once more. In fact, what I heard the ohanaeze saying that very day, the governors and everything. In fact, I want to make it clearly to all of you that ohanaeze and ndigbo, the governors, and even all the religious leaders, as that barrister put it, have all failed us as a people. Have all failed us as a people. In fact, I was expecting to hear from them putting forward an order, not a kind of apology or anything, an order to the president, or you call him president. It's not a president for me, telling him to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally, as even the Zeus court had ruled. Rather, I saw ohanaeze and ndigbo, I heard them clearly telling the president to give them, time or opportunity for them to pay him a visit in Nassau Rock when the president was already there in your own house. You see, and you could not tell him what you were supposed to tell him. They were there heaping praises on the president, giving him a title. In fact, I want to read this. Now, this is what that idiot, professor you call him, Chukwu Masoludu, what he said. Now look at what he said here. He said, Toludo is saying here that Tinubu's visit was seen as a significant gesture towards the southeast region. A significant gesture towards the southeast region. Can you just imagine that? With Anambra State Governor welcoming the president and hailing his liberal leadership style. Did you hear that? That Tinubu's visit was seen as a very important gesture, kind-heartedness towards the southeast region. And his leadership style is very liberal and very, very great and whatsoever. Did you hear that rubbish? Understand? Did you hear that rubbish? I am asking all of you. You see, I am promising these people by the grace of God that we are going to hunt them, all of them. All of them. Unu ga-agba ọsọ very, very soon. Unu ga-agba ọsọ very, very soon. Ana m ekwu ya ekwu here. Clearly, it is a very big shame. Nnamdi Kanu did not do differently from what Ndigbo did. Showore and many of them did. Nothing different. Understand? And all of you were there, you could not even put forward a word or two in the dimension of the release of your own brother. You prefer him to die there. That is a plan. But I'm telling you today that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will never, nothing will happen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there. If anything happens to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in that place, I am swearing with the name of God, Boko Haram will be a child's play. There is no terrorist group all of you know in the world that any one of you be able to remember them again. What is going to befall that zoo? In fact, all of you are going to find where to hide your head. You will never see it. And even not only that, we will hunt all of you at home, hunt your children, everything, wherever they are, anywhere at all they are on the surface of this earth. We are going to hunt everybody. Get it clear today from us. We are not joking at all. You see, that zoo you call Nigeria, anybody who tries to defend that zoo you call Nigeria would always appear very stupid. You cannot defend Nigeria without appearing stupid in any way at all. That place is not a place to talk about. I am just ashamed. These are people you call them intellectuals. Just imagine. I also stumbled on a video where a woman who had served that zoo you call Nigeria for 35 good years, the woman had served that zoo you call Nigeria. And the end, she was given a gratuity of 1.7 million naira for 35 good years. Imagine somebody who could sell pure water at least, where the person is at least making at least 500 naira in a day and is able to save at least 300 naira in a day. For 35 good years, understand, if God spared that person alive, the person will make over that. And you are giving somebody who had served that zoo 1.7 million naira for 35 good years as gratuity. Most of the people serve that zoo, they retire without even building a house of their own. I know of a police ASP who does not even have a house of his own. I know of a woman whose husband died in active service, and she's still struggling to get, her husband gratuity and whatever, pension, whatever they contribute and whatever. The woman is still struggling for 6 years now. For 6 years now, she's still struggling to get her husband's gratuity and other entitlements. That is what you're talking about. You are talking about a country where retired military officers are protesting, you see, for not being paid their retirement entitlement and the rest. That's the kind of country you want me to be proud of. That's the kind of country. You can only be proud of a country because things are working, the system is working. That is when you can be proud of a country, when you have a workable system. And a country, you cannot be proud of a country if the leaders in that country are not the ones making things to work. That is what gives you the sense of pride, the sense of patriotism, and the sense of nationalism about that particular country. Imagine that woman, I just thank God for she did not die in active service. Imagine if she were to be your sister, your mother, your niece, who had served that zoo for 35 good years, and you are giving her, 1.7 million naira, imagine. In fact, it's a very big shame. It is in that same country we call Nigeria that you see indiscipline, the so-called armed forces, police fighting, or army beating up police, fighting police. You see, every day, this is what you see, rascality. Rascality. Even those in service, in the uniform service, understand, are going through hell. They cannot. The other day we heard that some soldiers were trying to, mutiny against the government. All of these things are the things happening in that so you call Nigeria, and nobody is talking. None of you is talking. You see, all of you are nothing but idiots and monkeys. You want me to talk about being that kind of country with all of you? It can never ever work. And we are telling ohanaeze ndigbo today, when the time comes, none of you will ever speak in the name of Ndigbo again, or gather anywhere at all, to say you are representing the Igbo people. We've known all of you today, not today, we've known all of you before, but we're trying to give people a chance to see what people can have everything to change. We've known all of you. When the time comes, all of you are going to pay the price for these treacherous acts you are exhibiting against your people. Let me get out. You